Established in 1982, TDSi has been at the forefront of access control and integrated security for over 38 years. We spoke to Managing Director John Davies about the feature of contactless security systems and how touchless technology will continue to be an important feature moving forwards.
I think there is going to be a tendency to move more along those lines, particularly until a vaccine is developed, for example, for the current novel coronavirus, COVID-19. But then who's to say that there won't be another one coming down the road? SARS was the coronavirus in 2003-4. MERS was a coronavirus in the early, I think 2012, 2013. Now we've got another one. We're probably going to get another one in about 5 or 6 years' time. So I think there's going to be a lot of emphasis on using contactless technologies and using things that we use in our daily lives, like mobile phones, and using those as credentials to get through doors. So the way we do that with our contactless readers is that we can actually set the phone up to either act as a particular card, so you actually present the phone to the reader, it acts as a card, it opens the door, or we could actually set it up where the phone's in your pocket and you slide your hand, you wave your hand in front of the reader, and that recognizes, oh, it's you, yeah, I'll open the door. Or if the phone's in your pocket, you can just tap the phone a couple of times and you get the door to open that way. You could also set the system up to remotely open the door, so you can open the door from an app. You could even just, if you've got an iPhone, you can say, hey Siri, open the door, and the door will open. It's amazing what's happening, or what's happened through the advent of the smartphone. We didn't have smartphones 12 years ago. Now we do our banking on smartphones. Now smartphones open doors, or even you got some apps that'll tell you if you're in the vicinity of a friend, for example. Technology is it's a marvelous thing. It's got to be used effectively, and we have a saying here that just because technically you can do something doesn't mean to say that you should. There might be an ethical reason why you shouldn't. There might be a cost-benefit reason why you just wouldn't. But we're very much looking at how can we apply things that people use in their everyday lives to make their everyday lives more easy to deal with. We have less time. The more efficient that we can make our interactions with the environment, and the safer that we can make those interactions, the more take-up that we're going to be having of our technical solutions.
Even before the pandemic, there were already important applications for contactless systems, weren't there, John?
There are some industrial environments where you don't want people touching surfaces. So if you go to a pharmaceutical research facility, for example, they might be working on medicines or drugs in a particular lab, and they don't want people working in one lab. They can go in another lab, but they don't want to take any contamination from one lab to another. So there are clean rooms and airlocks, going from room to room. But they want to minimize people touching, so they'll have automatic doors, they'll have contactless biometric technologies to make sure that the right people are getting into the respective area, but minimizing the number of touch points between the two laboratories, for example.
For more information, please visit www.tdsi.co.uk.